What's going on, you guys? Welcome back to the channel. Today we have Machine Gun Kelly, Empty Out Your Pockets, Juice WRLD, X, Boulevard of Broken Dreams, Green Day. So essentially this is a play on Juice WRLD's Empty Out Your Pockets. I'm assuming it's like a remix, but it's gonna have some type of cadence of Green Day or something like that. I saw some hype about this on Instagram actually, so I'm super excited. If y'all know me, I'm a big fan of Machine Gun Kelly. I got his record back here. I know a lot of people didn't mess with his punk rock era. I did, and I'm hoping he comes out with another album like that. But with all that being said, we are going to be checking out another song that he just came out with, which is called Come Pick Me Up, right after this. So if you're watching this, subscribe if you're a fan of Machine Gun Kelly, because we react to him whenever he drops. You know what I'm saying? But yeah, with all that being said, we're also doing this on stream over on Twitch, twitch.tv/Roger Reacts. If you're interested, that's going to be down in the description. With all that being said, let's get to the reaction.
Empty out your pockets, I need all that. I get the millions and I fall back. They be chameleons, they'll change for some change. Days ain't the same, they be switching for the fame. Louis Vuitton, I'm in my bag, get how my memory's going. I've been hurting, rock like electric guitars. I be raging, big knots look like yellow pages. Running like a race, get in the way, Brody got the aim.
So I'm assuming the delivery is a nod, a tap of the hat towards Green Day. Obviously, the lyrics are straight out of Empty Out Your Pockets. I've talked about this many times in Machine Gun Kelly songs. His vocal range isn't the best, right? Like, we're not going to hear him hit those extremely high notes. But what I like about his singing is that he knows his range. He's familiar with his range. He knows how high he can go. He knows how low he can go. And he plays within that respectively. So to me, it sounds great because he knows where he needs to be in order for him not to like strain his voice and it sound bad. You know what I mean? So I like that. I know a lot of people may not, but I like it. Let's
Be
continue.
chameleons, they'll change for some change. Days ain't the same, they be switching for the fame. Louis Vuitton, I'm in my bag, get how my memory's going. I've been hurting, rock like electric guitars. I be raging, big knots look like yellow pages. Running like a race, get in the way, Brody got the aim to blow you away. The next day you in the newspaper on the front page, praying for forgiveness cause it happened on a Sunday. Life's been getting to me, I just started smoking squares. They ain't getting in my circle, though we still prepared. I'm still dealing with some demons that ain't really there. Grew up a weirdo, 20 piercings and some bleached hair. In 7th grade,
Oh,
I
okay.
didn't have a bed.
So now we're getting some altering of the lyrics to himself, right? Like, he's mentioned this before where, you know, I was a weirdo back in school. Nobody really messed with me, you know, with the bleached hair, right? Another thing, I like the way he does these videos where he just like shows the process, right? Obviously, we don't know if it's like he probably produced it and then now this is probably like just a show, but I like this. I like the aesthetic of this. I always enjoy seeing the behind the scenes of an artist. It just makes you feel a little bit more invested into them as a person, or as an artist rather, because a lot of time we tend to like disconnect the person from the music, you know? So I feel like this kind of like brings it together. From my understanding, what I saw him post, I think on X, I saw he doesn't have the mustache or beard anymore, and that was because he finished his album. So I'm like super excited for that. I believe he said that he wasn't gonna shave until he finished the album, which is dope. It's kind of like, you know, a little challenge for him. And I also know that he like trashed or like he scrapped his album in November or something like that. So he's really open with his audience. I like that. You know, apparently he was building the album, came to a point where he's like, you know what, I just don't mess with it anymore, scrapping it, starting from scratch, and now he's done. So hopefully we get that very soon.
They ain't getting in my circle, though we still prepared. I'm still dealing with some demons that ain't really there. Grew up a weirdo, 20 piercings and some bleached hair. In 7th grade, I didn't have a bed, I had a
Sorry I'm pausing it so much, but I love that line where he says, dealing with some demons that really aren't there. A lot of the times we deal with crap that we just make up in our mind. Like, I love this line, this old African proverb that goes, if there's no enemy within, there is no enemy outward. And that essentially means is like we create these situations in our head, or we exaggerate them in our head to make them bigger than what they are. And so like oftentimes we like are dealing with a problem that really isn't there, or like making things a bigger deal that really isn't there. And it's really our fault, not people's around us fault. You know what I mean?
Share the fuck you think I go so hard for? I got out of there. Have you ever had somebody try to take your life? Sometimes I ain't safe for myself when I stay up at night.
Oh, here we go.
I walk alone.
Oh, let's go.
One that I have ever known. Don't know where it goes, but it's home to me, and I walk alone. I walk alone, I walk alone. I walk alone, I walk alone.
Ooh, we got the guitar riff. Come on. Oh, this is so dope. Man. Oh, hey, 13th Floor. I know he had like an album that had a track, 13th Floor. Was it the album that was called that? No, the album was called Hotel Diablo. There was a 13th Floor track. Is there going to be the next album? Is it going to be Floor 13? I don't know. I might be reaching. But listen, I already know what's going to happen. The consensus of the song is going to be like, oh, this is corny. Oh, like, do your own stuff. And look, I get it. This probably isn't like the best thing ever created. But I love when artists do things like this, where they just kind of like, this is like an intrusive thought, essentially. Like, this is like, you know, what if I made an Empty Pockets and Green Day song? You know what I mean? And as an artist, I feel like, I'm not an artist, but I feel like these artists feel restricted to not doing things like that because of what the public will view, such as like, oh, it's a subpar song, or it's like an unoriginal song. But it's like, bro, just let these artists create. You know what I mean? At the end of the day, it's like, this is a creative outlet that they're trying to do. And if they just, you know, want to come out with something, let them come out with something. MGK does this a lot. He does a lot of these, like, especially during the COVID era, where he was coming out with a lot of like these acoustic songs. I loved it, like the Roulette song, stuff like that. So I like it, and you know, he gets to show off his ability to play instruments and stuff like that. I think it's dope. That's why I'm a fan of his, for the simple fact of, you know, I know that he can play these different instruments. He can dabble in different genres and things along those lines. I can see his creativity just kind of like spew everywhere. Pause. And I enjoy that. But anyways, let me know what y'all thought about the song down below in the comments below. Let me know also if there's any other track or any other song that you want me to react to. But with all that being said, catch you on the next one. Peace.